You bought a Porsche for $5,000. 3 months later, you had spent almost twice that. And the worst part? You still wanted to keep it. Because when you bought it, you thought you had found the deal of a lifetime. You hadn't. You had just bought someone else's problem for $5,000. And you were about to find out exactly why it was so cheap. 3 weeks earlier, you were sitting on your bed scrolling through used car listings. You weren't looking for a Porsche. You were looking for something cheap, something reliable, something that wouldn't destroy your bank account. Then you saw it. A black Porsche Boxster. $5,000. You thought the listing had to be wrong. You opened it. The photos looked surprisingly good. Black paint, tan interior, original wheels. The convertible roof worked, and the description said one sentence that caught your attention. Runs and drives. That's it. No long explanation, no detailed service history, just runs and drives. You knew that should probably scare you. Instead, it made you curious. You called the seller. "Why is it so cheap?" There was a short silence. Then he answered, "I just don't want to deal with it anymore." That sentence should have been enough to make you walk away. It wasn't. The next morning, you're standing in front of the Porsche. It's old. It's not perfect. There are scratches on the bumper. The seats are worn. But from 10 meters away, it looks incredible. You open the door. Sit down. Grab the steering wheel. And suddenly, you aren't looking at an old Porsche anymore. You're looking at your dream car. You turn the key. The flat six fires up. You hear that engine behind you. You smile. You already know you're going to make a terrible financial decision. You take it for a test drive. The steering feels sharp. The car sits low. The engine pulls harder than you expected. And when you take the first corner, you understand why people spend so much money on Porsches. This doesn't feel like a $5,000 car. It feels like a Porsche. You go back to the seller. You negotiate for a few minutes. He agrees to $4,800. You transfer the money. He gives you the keys, and you drive home in your first Porsche. For the next week, life feels different. You take the long way everywhere. You drive at night. You wash it yourself. You park it far away from other cars. You take pictures. You post one online. Your friends immediately start asking the same question. How did you get a Porsche for $5,000? You laugh. You don't really have an answer. You just know you got lucky. Or at least, that's what you think. 3 weeks later, the engine makes that noise. You take it to a mechanic. He listens for about 30 seconds, then turns the engine off. You ask him what happened. He looks at you. You're going to want to sit down. Your stomach drops. The repair isn't impossible. It's just expensive. Very expensive. You leave the shop with a repair estimate that makes the original purchase price look ridiculous. You stare at the number on your phone. You could fix it, or you could sell the Porsche immediately and let someone else deal with it. For the first time, you consider walking away. You put the car up for sale. A few people message you. One buyer offers exactly what you paid. Another offers even less. Then someone asks the question you were hoping nobody would ask. What's wrong with it? You don't answer immediately, because now you understand why the previous owner wanted it gone. The cheap Porsche wasn't cheap. It was simply someone else's problem. Until you bought it. You take the listing down, not because it makes financial sense, because you still can't let it go. You decide to fix it. The next few weeks aren't glamorous. No road trips, no expensive restaurants, no random late-night drives, just work, bills, and a Porsche sitting in the garage waiting for its second chance. You start learning everything you can about the car. You watch repair videos, read forums, Talk to mechanics. You discover problems you didn't even know existed. Cooling system, suspension, oil leaks, old rubber components. Everything on a 20-year-old performance car has a story. And most of those stories cost money. Eventually, the repair is finished. You turn the key. The engine starts. No strange noise. No warning lights. Just that flat six coming alive behind you. You sit there for a few seconds. Then you smile. You take it back onto the road. The car feels completely different. Or maybe you do, because now you know exactly what you're driving. A few months later, you calculate everything you've spent. The Porsche cost you $4,800. Repairs and maintenance added another few thousand. Tires, fluids, parts, unexpected problems. Suddenly, your $5,000 Porsche has cost you close to $9,000. And here's the strange part. You don't regret it. Because now you understand something. The cheapest Porsche isn't necessarily the one with the lowest price. It's the one that gives you the least expensive ownership experience. And you definitely didn't buy that one. But every time you start the engine, you still smile. Because you didn't buy the car because it was practical. You bought it because you wanted to know what it felt like to own a Porsche. And sometimes, that's exactly what makes cars so dangerous. They don't always convince you with logic. Sometimes, they convince you with a sound, a feeling, and one stupid little test drive. The Porsche didn't cost $5,000. $5,000 was just the price of getting the keys.